Hey everyone. There's a reason the road to anything worthwhile is never easy. The struggle, the setbacks, the moments of doubt. They're not signs that you're on the wrong path. They're proof that you're exactly where you're meant to be. Today I want to talk about something we often try to avoid but can never truly escape: the hard times. Because here's the truth. It's supposed to be hard, and that's what makes it worth it. Pain isn't just a visitor, it's a teacher. The struggle you face isn't some cruel twist of fate. It's the price of becoming more than you were yesterday. Growth doesn't happen in comfort. It happens in the late nights when you feel like giving up, in the mornings when you drag yourself forward despite the weight of doubt pressing on your chest. It happens in the moments when everything inside you screams to stop, but you take another step anyway. There's a reason the path is steep. Easy roads don't lead anywhere worth going. You weren't meant to live a life of mediocrity, floating through without ever feeling the fire of resistance. Every challenge, every setback, every moment of exhaustion is shaping you into something stronger. You have to embrace it. Let it carve you, refine you, push you beyond the limits you thought you had. Discomfort isn't the enemy, it's the proving ground. People spend their lives avoiding pain, dodging struggle, searching for shortcuts. But the truth is, those who succeed, those who rise, are the ones who stare hardship in the face and keep moving forward. They understand that suffering isn't a punishment, it's a necessary passage. You don't break in hardship, you break free. Every trial, every failure, every ounce of pressure is molding you into the kind of person who can withstand anything. When it feels unbearable, when your mind whispers that it's too much, remember that this is where transformation happens. This is where you are forged. The struggle isn't there to stop you, it's there to make sure you're ready. Pain is a language the body and mind speak when they're growing. It's not a sign of weakness. It's proof that you're pushing beyond what you once thought possible. Every struggle leaves its mark, not as a scar of defeat, but as a testament to resilience. When the weight feels unbearable, when the pressure threatens to crush you, understand that this is the very moment you are becoming something greater. Strength isn't built in ease. It's built in the trembling hands that refuse to let go, and the legs that keep moving when every muscle screams to stop. You don't develop resilience by avoiding pain. You find it by standing in the storm, feeling the rain on your skin, and refusing to run for cover. Every tear, every stumble, every heartbreak is shaping you. The ache in your chest and the weariness in your bones are not signs of failure. They are signs of growth. Pain is the fire that burns away who you once were, leaving behind someone sharper, stronger, and unbreakable. People often fear the struggle, believing it's a signal to turn back. But strength is not handed to you, it is earned. The discomfort you feel is evidence that you are evolving. With each challenge you endure, your capacity expands. You become someone who doesn't crumble under pressure, someone who knows the weight of hardship and still chooses to rise. It's not the absence of pain that makes you strong, it's your willingness to face it head on. Growth demands sacrifice. The sacrifice of comfort, of certainty, of the illusion that the road should be easy. But on the other side of that pain is a version of yourself that you've never met before. And that version, that's where your true strength lives. Doubt will follow you like a shadow, especially when you're chasing something that sets your soul on fire. People will question your choices. They will analyze your steps and point out every reason why you should turn back. But the loudest voice of all will be your own. That voice will whisper that you're not good enough, that you're wasting your time, that you should stop before you embarrass yourself. And that's okay. Doubt isn't a sign of failure, it's part of the path. When you step into the unknown, fear will try to convince you that comfort is safer. It'll tell you that others know better, that their opinions should carry more weight than your own belief. You'll wonder if you're foolish for even trying. But understand this, every person who has ever built something meaningful has stood exactly where you are now. They've felt the weight of uncertainty. They've fought through the questions that echo in the silence. And the only reason they succeeded is that they kept moving, even when their confidence wavered. Doubt isn't your enemy. It's a sign that you're doing something bold. It's what happens when you're standing at the edge of what's familiar, daring to go further instead of running from it. Listen to it. Let it remind you that this matters, that the risk is real because the reward is worth it. Every time you push forward despite the uncertainty, you weaken doubt's grip. You may not always have the answers, you may stumble, hesitate, and wonder if you've made a mistake. But the simple act of continuing, despite that fear, that's courage. That's growth. And every step you take through the uncertainty brings you closer to the person you're meant to become. There is no satisfaction in a victory that comes without effort. The world may tempt you with shortcuts, promising faster results and easier paths. But what they don't tell you is that cutting corners steals more than it saves. It robs you of the strength, resilience, and pride that only come from enduring the struggle. Every step you skip, every challenge you dodge, leaves you emptier. Because real accomplishment isn't just about reaching the destination, it's about who you become on the way there. The easy way out may offer temporary comfort, but it never leaves you fulfilled. There's a reason the road to anything worthwhile is long and unforgiving. It tests your resolve. It demands your patience. It forces you to earn what you're after. And when you finally stand at the top, it won't be the achievement itself that fills you with pride. It will be the memories of every obstacle you overcame, every moment you wanted to quit but didn't. That's the kind of pride no shortcut can give you. People often chase quick results, desperate to avoid the discomfort of the climb. They see the struggle as something to evade, not realizing that's where the real growth happens. When you refuse the easy way and embrace the grind, you gain more than success. You gain confidence. You begin to trust yourself. You understand your own strength, knowing you've faced what others turned away from. True pride is forged in perseverance. It's built in the late nights, the setbacks, the relentless effort that no one else sees. It's knowing that you didn't compromise, that you stood firm when everything urged you to surrender. So take the longer road, carry the weight, because when you finally reach your goal, the view will mean so much more. You don't truly know yourself until you've been tested. The struggle has a way of stripping away the surface, forcing you to face what lies beneath. It's easy to be confident when everything is going well, but when the world throws its weight against you, that's when your real character is revealed. The moments that break others will challenge you to decide who you are. Will you stand or will you fall? Will you push forward or will you retreat? That choice, that fight, is where you meet the strongest version of yourself. Pain doesn't just build resilience, it exposes it. You might not even realize how much strength you carry until you're backed into a corner with nothing but your own will to rely on. Every setback, every failure, every heartbreak carves away the doubt and hesitation. You learn what you're capable of by facing what once seemed impossible. The struggle forces you to dig deeper than you thought you could, and in that depth you find a reservoir of resilience that had been waiting all along. Self-discovery doesn't happen in comfort. It happens in the sleepless nights when fear tries to convince you to quit. It happens in the moments when tears threaten to fall, yet you still stand tall. Every time you endure, every time you refuse to break, you uncover a part of yourself that can't be shaken. That's the gift of struggle. It introduces you to who you really are. You are not defined by the hardship itself, but by how you rise from it. The strength, courage, and resilience you discover in the fight become the foundation of the person you're becoming. And once you've faced your darkest moments and kept moving forward, you'll know there is nothing in this world that can truly break you. The view from the top is breathtaking, but it's the climb that makes it worth it. Every step upward, every moment of strain and uncertainty adds to the meaning of your success. If achievements were handed to you without effort, they would lose their value. It's the struggle, the scraped hands, the tired legs, the countless moments of doubt that gives the summit its true significance. Without the hardship, victory is hollow. People often chase goals, believing that the reward alone will bring fulfillment. But it's not the trophy or the applause that leaves you with pride. It's knowing what it took to get there. The long nights when you pushed through exhaustion, the failures that forced you to adapt, the days when progress was invisible but you kept going anyway. That's what gives your achievement its weight. The challenges you face along the way shape you, making the success mean far more than the outcome itself. Taking shortcuts might get you there faster, but it robs you of the transformation that only comes from enduring the struggle. The climb is where you build resilience. It's where you prove to yourself that you're capable of more than you ever believed. Every obstacle overcome adds another layer to your strength, and by the time you reach the top, you're not the same person who started at the bottom. The worth of hardship isn't just in the lessons learned, but in the pride of knowing you didn't quit. You kept moving, even when everything in you begged for relief. That's what makes the view so powerful. When you stand at the summit, it won't be the height that leaves you in awe. It will be the memory of the climb, the undeniable proof that you earned your place at the top. So when the weight feels unbearable and you start to wonder if it's all too much, remember this: the struggle isn't a sign to stop. It's a sign that you're growing. Every ounce of pain, every moment of doubt is shaping you into someone stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Keep pushing, keep believing. Because one day when you stand at the top and look back at how far you've come, you'll understand it was never supposed to be easy. It was supposed to make you unstoppable.